Jason's gold coin seemed to grow heavy in his pocket. If he were forced to fight, he didn't like his chances. 2 seconds at least to summon the blade, he figured he'd be facing a god, 2 of his children, and an army of freeze-dried warriors. Aeolus is the master of winds, right? Jason asked. Why would he want us dead? You are demigods, Boreas said, as if this explained everything. Aeolus' job is to contain the winds, and the demigods have always caused him many headaches. They ask him for favors. They unleash winds and cause chaos. But their final insult was in the battle with Typhoon last summer. Boreas waved his hand, and a sheet of ice like a flat-screen TV appeared in the air. Images of a battle flickered across the surface. A giant wrapped in storm clouds, waddling across a river in the Manhattan skyline. Tiny glowing figures, the gods, Jason guessed, swarmed around him like angry wasps, pounding the monster with lightning and fire. Finally, the river erupted in a massive whirlpool, and the smoky forms sank beneath the waves and disappeared. The stone giant Typhoon, Boreas explained. The first time the gods defeated him eons ago, he did not die quietly. His death released a host of storm spirits, wild winds that answered no one. It was Aeolus' job to track them all down and imprison them in his fortress. The other gods, they did not help. They did not even apologize for the inconvenience. It took Aeolus centuries to track down the storm spirits, so naturally this irritated him. Then last summer, Typhoon was defeated again. And his death released another wave of the Venti, Jason guessed, which made Aeolus even angrier. C'est vrai, Aeolus agreed. Your Majesty, Piper said, the gods had no choice to battle Typhoon. He was going to destroy Olympus. Besides, why punish demigods for that? The king shrugged. Aeolus cannot take out his anger on the gods. They are bosses and very powerful, so he gets even with the demigods who helped them in the war. He issued orders to us. Demigods who come for aid are no longer to be tolerated. We're to crush your little mortal faces. There was an uncomfortable silence. Sounds extreme, Jason ventured. But you're not going to crush our faces yet, right? You're going to listen to us first, 'cause once you hear us out about our quest... Yes, the king agreed. You see, Aeolus also said that the son of Zeus might seek my aid, and if this happened, I should listen to you before destroying you, as you might, how did he put it, make all our lives very interesting. I am very obliged to listen, however. After that, I am free to pass judgment as I see fit. Now I will listen first. Kianya wishes this also. It may be that we will not kill you. Jason felt like he could almost breathe again. Great, thanks. Do not thank me, Boreas said. There are many ways you can make our lives interesting. Sometimes we keep demigods for our amusements, as you can see. He gestured around the room to the various ice statues. Piper made a strangled noise. You mean they're all demigods? Frozen demigods? They're alive? An interesting question, Boreas conceded, as if it had never occurred to him before. They do not move unless they are obeying my orders. The rest of the time they are merely frozen, unless they were to melt, I suppose, which would be very messy. Keone stepped between Jason, behind him, and put her cold fingers on his neck. My father gives me such lovely presents, she murmured in his ear. Join our court. Perhaps I'll let your friends go. What? Zethys broke in. If Keone gets one, then I deserve the girl. Keone always gets more presents. Now, children, Boreas said sternly, our guests won't think you're spoiled. Besides, you move too fast. We have not even heard the demigod's story yet. Then we will decide what to do with them. Please, Jason Grace, entertain us. Jason felt his brain shutting down. He looked at Piper for fear that he'd completely lose it. He'd gotten them into this, and now they were going to die. Or worse, they'd be amusement for Boreas' children and end up frozen forever in the throne room, slowly corroding from freezer burn. Keone purred and stroked his neck. Jason didn't plan it, but electricity sparked along his skin. There was a loud pop, and Keone flew backwards, skidding across the floor. Zethys laughed. That is good. I'm glad you did that, even if I have to kill you now.